Greetings, everyone. This is Kim Turcott of kimturcott.com, and I am here today with your Moon Magic energy forecast for the new moon in Aries happening on March 21st. Before we get into that energy, I really want to talk about the energy of the week ahead. So I'm recording this on the 19th of March, and beginning tomorrow, we step into a series of energies that really are magnificent energy to create a whole new way of being for ourselves. I know I talked about March being a pivot point when I did the full moon video earlier in the month, and now we're really like this week, it's almost like this rapid succession of three really pretty major events that are happening that support new energy. Like it's new. Like the thing is with that is that in order to step into the new, we need to be willing to let go of where we've been. So let's talk about what's happening tomorrow on March 20th. Tomorrow is the equinox, and I live in the northern hemisphere, so here it is the spring equinox. So we're moving from dark half of the year to the light. But this day is a day of balance. The day and the night are of equal length, and it is the perfect opportunity before we move into the new moon energy the following day to allow yourself some time for stillness. That balance energy can really help you to root in and get really clear not only about what you want that new beginning to look like, but also what it's going to take to get there. There's that saying, every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. And it's really true. We can't get to where we want to go unless we let go of where we're coming from. Does that make sense? So the only thing we're going to take with us as we move into this new energy are the things that support that new vision. And so the equinox, that point of balance before we tip into the light, right, is we're still have some of that introspective energy. We have equal energy of introspection and movement forward. And if we allow ourselves to stand, to sit, to be in that still point and really be honest with ourselves. This journey is not for the faint of heart, and it's not easy. It's a simple thing, right? It's a simple concept, but it's not easy. It takes courage. It takes the ability to allow yourself to feel the fear and do it anyway. And every time you do that, every time you feel that fear and you allow yourself to step through it, there is an expansion that happens. And that is where we're at right now. We are on the precipice of huge opportunities for expansion. So let's talk a little bit about the new moon energy. So the new moon energy is happening in Aries, and Aries, if you aren't familiar, is the first sign in the astrological year. So in astrology, Aries season ushers in the new year, the new astrological year. Now this new moon is happening between 0 and 1 degree of Aries. So the moon is in between 0 and 1 degree. So not only is it in the first sign of the astrological year, not only is it a new moon, which is about new beginnings, but it is almost at 0, right? It's just moving. So there's all this new, it's like new. It's all new energy. It's new beginnings. It's new opportunities. And that energy opens up if you're willing to tap into it, right? Here's the thing. If you're not willing to change, nothing's going to change. If you're not willing to do something different, you're not going to experience something different. That is the way it works. It's all energy, right? There's only so much we can hold, we can do. In order to move into something new, we have to make space for it. There's two ways to make space for it. One is by letting go, and one is feeling that fear, flexing the muscle of courage and stepping through it. So you're giving yourself a little bit of expansion through the stepping forward, through the fear, but you also need to make room to even move, right? So there are things that you're going to be called to let go of. When you're in that equinox energy on Monday, I want you to not only look at where it is you want to go, what it is you want to bring into your life. I want you to look at what is it that's potentially holding you back from getting there. It's easy to get attached to, drawn into drama, to unhealthy situations. It's part of being human. But in order for us to expand and to transform and to grow as humans, which I feel is the whole goal of our journey as humans on this earth plane. It is to grow, to heal, to expand, right? Every situation in our life, every meeting, every challenge, all put in our path to help us grow. Every single thing that we are met with gives us an opportunity to stay where we are or to expand beyond where we are. And with that, so let's move now into the next energy, which is happening on the 23rd, which is Pluto is moving into the sign of Aquarius. Pluto is a very slow-moving planet, and it is moving into Aquarius, where it's going to be for the better part of the next 20 years. So what you move forward in, the intentions that you set, the actions that you take this week set the foundation and the trajectory for where you and your life will go for the next 20 years. You have this, it's almost like you're sitting on a launching pad and you have these 3 rapid boosts to push you forward. So that's where the excitement and the anticipation comes in for me. Like I really did expect when I sat in meditation to feel some anxiety, because it's a lot of energy. It's a lot of change, and change is uncomfortable and it's scary, right? There's never been a time in my life where some big change has happened, or even some moderate change that's happened, that I haven't felt fear around it, that I haven't considered hanging back instead of stepping through the fear and doing it. There have even been times where I haven't stepped through the fear and I have remained where I was. Okay? But we have a powerful opportunity to break free of any restrictions we felt. Anything that has kept us feeling like we have no choice, like we're stuck. Okay? I think there's been a lot going on in the world, and I think a lot of people are feeling like they don't know where to go. So with these 3 things happening, we have the opportunity to finally get unstuck. Now, the thing I want to talk about with Pluto moving into Aquarius is Pluto is the planet of death and rebirth. It's the phoenix energy. You got to burn it down in order to rise from the ashes. Aquarius is about the collective. It is that community. It's the hive, right? It's people supporting people. It's for the greater good. So right now, everything that's going on in our world, you're seeing a lot of the energies that aren't in alignment with the greater good in chaos. And I really don't want to get into any of that. You know what those things are in the world. But we're moving into a time, and it's going to take us some time to get there. As I said, Pluto is a very slow moving planet. And so it is entering into Aquarius I think it's also entering in between 0 and 1 degree. Now, I want to just put a disclaimer here. I'm not an astrologist, okay? I am an astrology enthusiast. I look at what's happening in the sky and in the planet with the planets because I truly believe that it's been my experience that those energies absolutely 100% influence what's going on. And so I, watch videos, I read articles, I do my research, but at the end of the day, this energy that I'm sharing with you, that's what comes through to me from spirit, right? What is it that we need to pay attention to? My intention is to help you move to the next level. What can you do on your healing and personal growth journey to not only serve yourself and your own health and well-being, but also to serve the collective? Because I do truly believe that as we step into our own power, into our own sovereignty, when we do the work that we need to do to let go of the things that no longer serve us, to heal the things that have kept us stuck, to break free from the conditioning that we've been conditioned from birth, and we move forward into that expansive energy, that absolutely influences the collective energy. How do we heal the world? We heal the world by healing ourselves. As within, so without. As above, so below. And it's really such an important time. There's a lot of personal responsibility in this transition that's happening. You don't have to jump on board. You don't have to do anything. I encourage you to do that. Because here's the other thing that I've noticed is that when we have something that is meant for us, okay, the universe is always conspiring on our behalf. Whether you call it universe, God, goddess, spirit, divine, whatever you call it, that energy, that power that's greater than us is always, always conspiring on our behalf. And when we are willing to surrender to that, to allow ourselves to step into that flow, right? That's when the expansion happens. But when we aren't willing to let go of the things that we need to let go of, when we aren't willing to look at the things we need to look at, when we aren't willing to move beyond where we're at, when we're not willing to step into our courage and through our fear to the other side, the universe will 100% put opportunities and experiences in your path to push you into expansion, because that's what we're here for. Okay? And those opportunities and those experiences often show up as challenges. You know that saying, this isn't happening to you, it's happening for you? And I think that can get people really pissed off when they hear that, if they aren't willing to surrender. When you don't want to let go of your control, which you really have no control, right? Control is an illusion, right? We just have varying degrees of staying stuck. When we're not willing to let go of that perceived control, we get pushed. And the only reason that these challenges show up for us is so that we can expand and we can grow and we can step into that beautiful life that we dream for ourselves and we dream for the planet. We have such an amazing opportunity during this week to really lay some powerful foundational steps forward. So again, beginning on the equinox, on Monday, I encourage you to find some time for stillness, for balance, really intentionally align with that balance energy. Allow yourself to be in your body, to feel it, to connect with the earth, to feel that space of groundedness. And when you're in that energy, to allow yourself to think about, to dream, to ponder where it is you want to go next. And to ask the question, how can you take all the experiences, everything that you've encountered previous to this point, how can you take that wisdom that you've garnered from those experiences into this new space? How can you then take that wisdom, not only to tap into that wisdom, not only to help yourself to grow and expand beyond where you are, but also how will you use that to support the collective? Because again, we're truly moving into the age of Aquarius at this time. This is that, it's such a wonderful energy. I mean, can you feel my excitement? I know it's not going to be easy, and there are going to be moments where choices have to be made. Things, people, jobs, situations, beliefs have to be let go of. They have to be discarded. Not an easy task, but it's a necessary one. So it's not going to be all sunshine and rainbows, but it is leading there. And that, you have to keep your eye on that, right? You have to allow yourself. So on the Monday, you're taking that time. Where do I want to go? What is it that potentially could be holding me back? How am I going to deal with that? Am I going to be willing to do something different to let that energy go? Who are the people, experiences, energies, situations that you're going to take with you? Remember, you can only, there's that other saying, you're a sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Who are you spending your time with? What are their energies like? Are you spending time with people who are focused on everything that's wrong in the world? Are you spending time with people who are focused on drama? Focused on being wrong, that energy of being wronged, of victimhood? Or are you spending time and energy with people who are like, yeah, this is a challenge, but I'm looking for the gift in it. How can I grow from this? You see the difference in the energy there? You have a choice. On the new moon, I want you to take some, so on the 21st. The other thing that I want to say about this is it's the new moon. This is just me and my geekiness, because I like numbers, right? And I believe I also work with, I'm not a numerologist, but numbers mean something to me. I often see them as signs and symbols. And so when I was looking at this, the new moon is happening on 3/21 at 1:23. So it's almost like we're counting down, boom, we have that point, and then we're ramping up to blast off. So on the new moon, on Tuesday, I want you to take some time to consciously set your intentions and do one thing, even if it's a small thing, one thing that begins to plant your foot and plant the seed of that new beginning in the physical world. And then on Thursday, the 23rd, as Pluto moves into Aquarius, I really want you to focus on the energy of, what do I have to let go of? What is it that needs to burn away so that I can rise like the phoenix? And how do I use that energy not only for myself, but for the greater good? Such an amazing opportunity. And then between the new moon and the full moon, I want you to really be conscious each day to recommit each day to whatever it is, whatever intentions, whatever dreams that you're looking to plant and to manifest in this world every single day between the new moon and the full moon, which the full moon is happening on April 5th. So between March 21st and April 5th, every day, I want you to make it a point to do one thing that shows your commitment to this new energy, to this growth, to this expansion that you're ready to create, not only for yourself, but for the collective, for the world. I've mentioned it before. Again, another quote that I love from Joseph Campbell: take one step towards the gods, and the gods will take 10 steps towards you. So with that commitment, the reaffirming that commitment each day, it's such a critical time. You're really solidifying that foundational energy, and it's going to really help you to move forward towards that goal more easily, and you're going to actually have the energy to do it. I know that's been another thing that's been happening is we've been in winter, we've been in the dark time of the year. Energy has been low because it's supposed to be. It's an introspective time. But now we're ramping up. We have the light building from the spring equinox to the summer solstice. We have that increased light, increased energy. We have from the new moon to the full moon, we have that increased energy. Okay, and as Pluto moves further into Aquarius, we also have that increased energy. So it's about building on the foundation. I know this is a lot. I feel like this is longer than I normally share in my videos, but it feels like such a critical and powerful time. And I really want you to be able to make the most of it. You have a choice. You can do this. And here's the other thing I'm going to say. If you aren't sure of how to let go of the things you need to let go of, get yourself some support. Whether it's a therapist, a coach, a friend, depending on the friend and the energy of the friend. Sometimes that can get tricky, right? To me, I always find that it's better to, when I'm working with that kind of energy where I'm not sure of how to get from one point to another, sometimes 99.9% of the time, it's easier for me to interact with a counselor, a coach, a therapist, some type of healer, because they're coming to the energy that they're bringing to the situation is one of detachment. They don't have a stake in it. They're truly there just to support me and hold the energy for me to get from where I am to where I need to go. So I really encourage you, if you're feeling stuck or you're not sure how to let go so that you can expand, find someone that can help you. If, look, I'm going to give an unabashed plug. This is what I do. I work with people to help them step into their magic. That is part of what I do. I offer a discovery session. You and I can talk. I can see if the discovery session is free. We talk, we see if we're a good fit for each other. If our energy matches and I really feel like I can help and support you, then I will offer that to you, and then you can make the choice. Okay? The discovery call is not a sales call. It's not to sell you on something. I am here to be of service to the world. And if I don't feel like we're a good fit, if I don't feel like I'm the right person to help you, then I'm going to say that. And I'm going to suggest someone else or something else for you to try. This is such an important time. Allow yourself the support. You know, we think we have to do it alone, and we don't. We can't. We're not meant to do it alone. So allow yourself not only to step into this, but to find the support and to allow the support. Allow that feminine energy of flow and wisdom and receiving to help you move to the next space. I really look forward to, I'd love for you to leave me a comment if any experiences as you move through this time, what's coming up for you, what are you feeling, are you excited, are you anxious? I know I'm excited, and I look forward to seeing where this journey takes us throughout the rest of the year and into the next 20 years. Thank you so much for being here, for sticking with this. I know this was longer than it normally is. I really appreciate you. Many, many blessings on your path. And as always, if you found this video helpful, go ahead and click the like button and the subscribe button. And don't forget to click the little notification bell so that you'll be notified every time that I put another one of these videos out. I usually do them on the new and full moon. I do have some changes coming up because, you know, I'm stepping into the change, which will just mean that there will actually be more content available to you to support you on your journey. Super excited to see that unfold and to continue to support you on your path. Many, many blessings on your path, and I look forward to being able to be part of the journey to watch you step into your magic. Blessed be.